Hello, y'all. Just me. I didn't really plan of posting this today, or maybe didn't plan on posting it tomorrow either. But Stroke Monster says, "Hey, you know what's going on?" The confusion of all of trying to understand what happened. Stroke life. And I've got a cold. And if you notice, this is the best my hair can ever do. I want to shave it down and make it bald. I don't know what's going to happen, but you never know. But in my stroke mind, things don't make sense to me, but I remember that I had a fairly good family, parents, and I know my mom and dad tried to do me what to do right and how to be, but they didn't really want me to be who I am. I know that a long time ago I know that I didn't want to be married to a woman. I know that I wanted to be married to a man, but I didn't know who that was yet back then. But I know that my family really wanted me to be straight. So I did that. And I tried. I wanted to be normal so bad that I wanted my parents, my mother and my dad, to love me because just me. And I married this woman that I think I was her fourth husband. I was number 4. And she had some kids, and she told me the stories of how her ex-3 husbands had abused those children. And she told me the stories, but she got really batshit crazy, and I never understood why. And I don't know if she still is, probably somewhere, I don't know. But then, when she did, our marriage fell down and was destroyed. And of course, she put me through the judge, saying that I had made her and her kids into their nightmare that she had dealt with the last 3 husbands. And of course, there's some people that still think that, yeah, maybe I was guilty. And there's some people that believe me, and they know without even a doubt, they know that I was innocent. And I really don't give a crap about that back then, but hey, here we go. After that divorce was done and over and gone, I had to really figure out who Robert really is. So, I was single for about 5 years, maybe about 4 years, I think, that I tried to decide who I wanted to be and who I was, and I went for it. But hey, I met other men. One man I dealt with for almost 9 years, and he is in jail, or was in jail. He's just batshit screwball that he stole so much, and I couldn't believe that this man I loved and cared about was just a retard. Okay. But then I moved on. I tried to say, hey, I know who I am, I know what I want, and I know what I need to do, so I did it. I lived in a beautiful new place, and I stayed single for, I know that was 5 years to the day of that. And then I met my husband 18 years ago. And between that time, 18 years, I've moved from San Diego, then to Missouri, and then back to Southern California. But during that time, in almost 7 years ago in Missouri, I had strokes. I know that I never thought about stress. Stress is just like you hug someone and tell them it's okay and things are going to be good again. That's what I thought I used to do. I didn't worry about stress. I know that my father and I, before he died, we went to New Hampshire. I went to pick up some things that I used to live there. And we had a great time because we drove from Missouri to New Hampshire, there and back, and we talked. And my dad had, I want to say it's cancer, but it was down below. And it was wonderful that we were able to talk about the past and what was real and what really happened. And wow. I told my dad that I did not want to see him laid out. I said, I want to remember him alive. I want him to be alive somewhere. And he understood, and he said, that's perfectly okay. He did that. And when he died, I got the phone call when I lived in New Hampshire, or not New Hampshire, excuse me, in San Diego. And I believe my mother had told me that my dad had passed away. And I grieved on that. But I know that he's out here somewhere. He was a good man. I mean, he was a pain in the ass growing up. But all fathers are, maybe. I know that he gave his eyes to 2 different ladies somewhere across the world so they could see. Thank you, Dad. I love you. When my mom passed away, I was there for her. And she went batshit crazy from her sickness. And I wish I could change it back to how it was, but I know that I buried her. But before she was buried, I buried a cousin, a Bubba, and his father, Joe, that I remember I had to get their remains after they were cremated, and there was other people that passed away, and it really upsets me that, yeah, I know I was there. My Kimmy, when she had cancer and she died, it broke my heart because it's something I know that death has followed me since I was young. I remember my grandmother, my mom's mother, when I was somewhere 5 or so as a child, and her death. I never understood it, and it scared me and freaked me out, and nobody said, hey, it's going to be okay. And then when my mom's dad passed away, I remember this. I was in, 10 or so, 10, 11 maybe, I don't know. But I remember those cremate, or not cremating, the houses where they give you to the dead. That man took me downstairs to where they get the dead washed up and cleaned and ready to be in their burial. And I just remember that so much, and I had nightmares for months about my grandfather and how he was pulling me into the burial. I never understood that. Why? I think back stress, and it's like, yeah, okay, so I've had a lot of stress that's gone through that I never really thought about it. And you know, it really did when the stroke monsters hit in. And I think from the stress that I have dealt with, the people that passed away and we've buried, and I don't understand this. The stroke monster has just taken so much away from me that I don't even remember who I used to know people. And I wonder where they are. And it scares me that somebody comes from the past and says who they are, and I'm totally gone. I just don't understand this. What in the hell happened? And I know that the doctors have said that, wow, there's all we can do for you, Robert, and have these pills and have a great day and come back and see us in a couple months. And I'm like, there's got to be more than this, than me being sitting here all alone and freaked out and in pain, and my head just screams, my ear just screams, drives me crazy. So then I saw something today on YouTube, or not YouTube, Facebook. This lady talked about I can't even say the words. I wrote them down so I could say this, but denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and accepting. I don't think I'm at accepting yet. I'm still depressed, I think. If you have that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, I think that I'm at number 4, depressed, because I know what I used to be. And I can't do a lot of things that I know that I used to do, and that blows my mind. How did the stroke monsters do this to me? But all I know is that I can try to spread the love, but across the world to all of you, but I can't see you face to face and talk to you and see how it's going, or what brings you down or what brings you up. Spread the love. I really want to be too accepting, because I've even thought that I've been in that car wreck in my Malibu. And I know that's not real. I wish I did, because then maybe it would make a lot of sense. But depression. I know I'm doing good, and I know that there's a sun that I can see, and I'm reaching for that. The stroke monster has really made me to be who I am. And I know I love the old me. I really do know it. The new me is scary and freaks me out, but I do like it because I know about spreading the love. I know I can't just get up and go and take care of what I need to take care of, because I know I can't drive. That is such a bitch. I loved my car. And I know I have a great husband who's taken care of me and put up with so much bullshit stroke monster crap that, Wow, I wonder if I was a normal Robert with no strokes and say my husband, oh God forbid that ever happened, would I be able to deal with him the way he has dealt with me for the past almost 7 years? I hope I am that kind of man that I can take care of him and love him. Because I know that he does, and I know that he spreads the love. And I know that we're all different. I just wish that everybody would remember who I was, and I wish I knew who they were. I know I've met a new few friends from across the country and world that I've messaged with them and talked with them, and I understand. They've had the strokes also, and they understand. But I just wonder, why doesn't the news talk about stroke world and how the people are dealing with it? They could tell about who shot everybody and what the president's been doing and how to get a hamburger somewhere, but what about the stroke people out here? I wonder. I know that all of the stroke survivors, they have a story and they need to tell their story. You know, I really feel that I have been in a stroke for almost 7 years. And I woke up and I'm so confused a lot. I just don't understand, but I know I have to move forward. I know that I dropped down to the anger a lot, but the anger is more for me because I don't know how I got this way, how I fixed it, how I can get it fixed. Just to get back to the best normal I could be. Just me. A stroke warrior's story. And I hope that somebody hears this, because you never know how strokes may take you down, because there are so many different strokes and it just freaks me out. I thought I was the only stroke person, and everybody has so many strokes and so many different strokes. Some of those strokes I think are kind of good strokes that give them a week or two to go, wow, okay, I need to change or do whatever. And there's others that had those that take months, years to get back to normal. And I know there's some of them that are still fighting the stroke monster to keep going. So acceptance. I know I've had strokes. Acceptance. I know I have a good husband. Acceptance. I know my animals take care of me and I take care of them. Acceptance. I'm still in the depression of it, but I'm working for the acceptance because I really know what happened. I just need to know why. And maybe that's not important. Maybe I just have to worry about what I have to do to see what can help me feel or act more normal. Aphasia, that just... My husband told me that I've gotten a lot better, that I'm not telling everything's have a chicken. There is chicken. I think I'm going to have a chicken. This chicken is delicious, you know. Aphasia. So yeah, it's gotten so much better. It's still, I can't think right words that I need to say or use, but doing the best I can. And I realize that I'm doing it alone by myself with Sebastian at the front table bed. The front, no, I can't, that's not what I'm saying. But I know Sebastian's right there on me. So depression sucks. The stroke monster sucks even more. But I am really fighting for accepting. Accepting. Except I had a stroke. Woohoo! Bastard, I hate the stroke monster. But you know what? I know I have really crappy days, and it turns on during the day, afternoon, evening, and I just can't deal with that depression where the stroke monster tells me everything's wrong. I wish I could have one of those strokes that would make me all happy where I can go, hee hee hee, let me hug you, I just love you so much. No, I'm the stroke monster that has the one that says don't trust anything, nothing's real, everything's wrong. So I'm fighting with that stroke monster with depression, I suppose. And will I ever talk to I'm gonna say cuckoo doctor? Never. But I know I probably should talk to somebody to help me try to really understand down the road. But you know, I probably needed that going on for probably the last half a year because I'm batshit crazy from the stroke monster, and that's okay. Depression lives on. The reefer helps, and the coffee's good, but I'm gonna slip onto some tea and play with my critters and wait until my husband gets home and hopefully spreading the love. Y'all have a great day. It's a beautiful day out there. Enjoy it now.